Hello, my beautiful friends. Julianne here of Julianne Annette Art. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. If you're new, I would love it if you consider subscribing. I would love to have you stick around. For today's video, I'm going to share with you the prompts for the Mythographic Scavenger Hunt that I co-host with Rachel Colors and Crafts. The hashtag is Mythographic Scavenger Hunt 2025. I'll put it up at the top and I'll have it in the description as well. So, for February, our prompts are going to be Fae/fairy wings for February. And so the fairy wings could be on an animal, or like, they don't just have to be only fairies. They could be like fairy wings on a cat, or fairy wings on, anything. And then butterflies and roses. There's not as many roses, but I think there's enough roses that you could definitely find them in places. And so I'm going to show you, the last time I just showed you all of the prompts in one book, as opposed to going through all of the books for one prompt and then switching to the next prompt and going through them all again. I think it's faster and easier to just show you everything that's in any given book and go through them that way. So we're going to start with the latest one, Fantasy Forest, that just came out last week by Fabiana Attanasio. Last week? The week before? I don't know. Time starts to blur. So, there's lots of fairy. Fabiana Attanasio has a lot of fairy ones. So we have the little fairy girl here, and she's got little pointy fairy ears. I'm going to zoom you in a touch. I'm so in love with this book, by the way. And so then this one has these paper wing butterflies, which are cool. And we have this little fairy girl. She has lovely gossamer wings. And this fairy girl with this cute bear dog kind of beast hugging her. I mean, he looks like a bear mostly, but his snout is kind of dog-like, but then he has antlers, so, and then this one, I would say, has both, because it's got lots of butterflies, but she definitely seems fairy-like since she's made of wood and plants, and she's got a little seed sprouting here, so that, I'd say it's like fairy and butterfly. And this one, I would say, is a fairy. I think, like, if you fairy is kind of made up, although I know there are cultures who definitely believe in fairies. I was raised with my dad being a firm believer that fairies were real. But what you constitute a fairy is very subjective. So you could be very, very strict that it's just like a humanoid fae, but little water sprites or little tree nymphs, they could all be fairies or in the fairy realm, right? So I think it's open to interpretation. If you think it's a fairy, or if it's just like a magical kind of nature humanoid thing, then that's good enough, right? So she's like a little flower sprout fairy to me. And this one I think is really cool. I'm not sure how well you can see her, but just the old gnarled wood dryad lady, and then this tiny delicate fairy. I think it's a really cool picture. And we have, this one has, so again with the butterfly, like, they're birds, but they have butterfly wings. And so I think, again, if that qualifies for me for butterfly, if it has butterfly wings. Because, that's the fun thing about these mythographics, is that there's so much room for interpretation. And so then we have this fairy as well. There's a lot of fairies, so there's probably some like fairy type beings that I missed. because it was impossible to get them all. So then we have Fairy Wonderland, also by Fabiana Attanasio. There is a ton in this book. I still, like, practically every page would qualify for fairy, but I didn't tag them all, but I did tag the standouts. So we have this little fairy sitting on the mushroom with the fox. And oh, I wanted to say, I've already forgotten what month we're in, but this one here with the fairy and the bear, Jamie's Coloring Love has her Wild Year of Color, I think is the hashtag. And so for February, her prompt, the animal that she's chosen, is a bear. So if you were to do this page in Fantasy Forests, it would work for her prompt for bear as well as the fairy prompt for the scavenger hunt. So I just wanted to point that out. Okay, back to Fairy Wonderland. So we have the little one on the mushroom and this gorgeous butterfly flower lady. So again, you know, like I would count that as towards the fairy and the butterflies because of the butterfly wings as well. But however you like to call it. And then we have the lovely fairy here. Basically, whenever there was like pointed ears, I figured it's a fairy as opposed to just a little person. The little fairy boy. I love this one. And she's kind of like a dryad, but I feel like, again, a dryad kind of qualifies as being fairy-ish. So this one has the butterflies and also this, I would call her a kind of fairy. And little adorable snail fairy. What's next? This is a double one again, I think. So we kind of have the butterflies and then the gorgeous little flower fairies here. And again, a lovely fairy. Mostly fairies in this book, in case you couldn't figure out the title, Fairy Wonderland. And this one's really cute. Little fairy in this, looks like it's behind glass and it's in the water and the fish are swimming around. But it's like the fish are swimming in the air, not the water. And then this one seemed fairy-esque to me. And the butterflies here with our lion. And our fairy boy. And the little fairy queen with the owl. And another fairy boy here. Oh, and that's a oh yeah, it is tagged for both. So we've got the butterfly and the fairy. And this one has roses here. And a little frog king. This one's really cute too. And what is this tagged for? It's tagged for fairy. Oh, you know why? Because it's fairy wings. So it's a hummingbird, but they're definitely not bird wings. They're more like fairy wings. So that's kind of what I meant about any animal with fairy wings. And then we have the fairy here. And the little kitten has the wings. So, you know, they might be considered more angel wings because they're feathery, but it's still wings. Plus, I love this picture. So again, that I would count that as fairy wings. And this one has the butterflies all around. So that is Fairy Wonderland by Fabiana Attanasio. Next, I have gone out of order with Mythical Beasts because this one is a page I need to color. So this one has butterflies. Did I say it's Weronika Kalinska? So we've got butterflies on this page. butterflies. And I mean, I feel like the Dryad, I don't know if Dryads are really fairies, but lots of butterflies here anyway. And lots of butterflies here with the Minotaur, is it? And then this one, this is gorgeous with the fairy and the butterflies all surrounding. And moths, butterflies and moths. And then she's got the kind of like dragonfly wings that she has. Oh, and there's dragonflies too. This is gorgeous. I love this picture. And then we have the roses here. This reminds me of, like, you know, in scary movies when they're like, you know, the entities that are haunting people. And they do that head shake, and it just kind of, that's what that reminds me of, is that head shake in horror movies. And then we've got fairy wings on the snakes here, which is cute. Also, my very dear friend, the Fiction Kitten on Instagram, and they are going to be starting a YouTube channel very soon. But having a birthday hashtag for February for coloring snakes, and I cannot remember the hashtag, so I'm going to put it up top. But this would qualify for that hashtag, as well as the scavenger hunt for the fairy wings plus snakes. So that's that one. We are back to Fabiana Atanasio now, and into Menagerie, and we have fairy wings. Again, you know, they're feathered and maybe more like angel wings, but I'm calling them fairy wings. On the little, are they gorillas? I think they're gorillas. And butterflies here on our lovely hummingbird maiden. And this one I tagged for roses. I don't think these are actually roses. I think they might be peonies, but I don't know. The leaf shape here is very rose-like to me. And, you know, we don't want to be real sticklers anyway. So if it looks rose-like enough to you, call it a rose. And then we've got butterflies here, lots of butterflies. This will be fun to make them really colorful. And then this one I tagged for roses because this one has roses on the greenery of the mane. I think this one's such a cool picture. I can't wait to color that one. So that's it for Menagerie by Fabiana Atanasio. And then next we have Dream Garden by Fabiana Atanasio. And we have, now we're into, well, this one has the hidden images. But we've got lots of butterflies here. And butterflies here with the deer. And roses on this one. This one's quite lovely. This reminds me of, like, you know that, like, the Lovers carnival ride that has, like, the Swansea ride in or something. That's kind of what that reminds me of. And another one with the roses and the chess pieces. And then this one we have fairy wings on the rabbits. And we have butterflies here. And this really cute fairy that's kind of like a butterfly fairy because she's got like full-on butterfly eyes and antenna. So that is it for Dream Garden. And one more Fabiana Atanasio. We have Cosmic Spirit. And this one, I think we only have butterflies on some of the pages. So this one, which I know I tell you guys every time, I absolutely love this page. One of these days I'm going to color it, but I think it's actually my favorite page in the book, which means that it can't be colored first. I have to feel like I'm prepared before coloring it. This one has the butterflies, the Virgo page. I was hoping that one of the pages that are like the star signs that were February, so I think it's Virgo and something else. We'll find out. Anyway, we have butterflies here on the Libra, and we have butterflies for Temperance, and we have butterflies with the moon. But I just wanted to see. Oh, I think Aquarius. Does Aquarius go into Virgo? No, it's Pisces. Yeah, Pisces and Aquarius. So Aquarius is like the first part of February, and then like around the 20 something or whatever it goes to Pisces. So I was hoping that we'd have butterflies or roses or something there, but we don't. So that is what it is. Okay, so now we are on to Joseph Kattenbag. And Wild Winter, we have butterflies in this one. Butterflies here, I think. Oh, yeah, there's a rose in this one as well. We have butterflies kind of all over the gaff on this one. And lots of butterflies here with this Alice in Wonderland hair. It's one giant butterfly. Sometimes it's like I'm focusing in looking for something small and I'm missing the whole big thing. And then this one has the roses and the bees. This is a really beautiful one too, as if they're not all beautiful. So that is Wild Winter by Joseph Kattenbag. Next we have Voyage by Joseph Kattenbag. And we have butterflies here. This would be a really lovely summer page to do. And butterflies with this one. See, some of these I wasn't sure like whether these girls could be called fairy or fae or whatever, but I kind of went like if they don't have pointed ears or something making them different, then they're just a pure human. So this one, okay, so she has wings, so she counts as a fairy. You know, she might be more angel-like, but again, who's to say she's not a fairy? And this one has the butterflies all around. And this one has butterflies. And this one, of course, reminds me of the Never-Ending Story. And we have this compass with the butterflies as well. And this one with the butterflies and the Eiffel Tower. I love this page as well. So many good pages. Every month when I go through these books, I just think I want to color all of the pages. I think one month I would really like to do where I just work through mythographics and like, you know, a couple other of the small project ones, but that's it. I just want to do an entire mythographic month one time. Okay, so Labyrinth, again by Joseph Kattenbag. And we have this one is with the butterflies, and she's riding her cat, catching butterflies. And we have this gorgeous fairy sitting on the flower. And so again, these I would call fairy wings. It's kind of like, well, this one's a cat. I don't know if these are supposed to be like bunnies or something, but they're also kind of fish hybrids, but they have fairy wings. So they're very imaginary. And I think I tagged her as a fairy. Oh, she's got pointy ears. Maybe she's a water sprite. And we have the butterflies here. And this little guy has fairy wings. I'm not sure exactly what he is. Is he a red panda, maybe? I'm not sure. And then this one I tagged as the butterfly and the fairy. Again, she's kind of like a dryad, but gorgeous page. Absolutely love it. This one is butterflies and roses. Super pretty. And this one again, butterflies And so that is it for Labyrinth by Joseph Kattenbang. And then we are on to Wild Summer by Joseph Kattenbang. And not as many in this one, but we have this one with butterflies here. Love this page. So much going on with it, you know, because you kind of miss her and the fact that her hat is supporting this ecosystem. But really gorgeous. And this one, so the elephant ears are butterfly wings. And so I'm calling it a butterfly. I'm calling it butterfly because it's butterfly wings. You could almost call it fairy wings as well because it's just like wings where they don't really go. But I tagged it for butterfly. But either way, it counts. This one I tagged for fairy. I think these are like little fire sprites, fire fairies here. And this one also I tagged for fairy. She's got little butterfly wings, a little antenna. And the little boy here as well has his little wings and antenna. So they're cute. That is Wild Summer by Joseph Kattenbang. We are on to Alessandra Fusi. We have Wanderlusts. Unfortunately, we have the Hidden Objects again, but I don't think there's bad in here. So this one I put for fairy wings because we've got the humpback whale has these wings. And roses, no, butterflies, okay. Yeah, we've got the butterflies here with the gears and the owls. So that is that one. And Dreamweaver by Alessandra Fusi. And this one has more. Again, I believe we still have, do we have hidden objects in this one? No, no hidden objects. That's good. Okay, so we have her. She is Faye. She is gorgeous. And I put this one down for butterflies. I was trying to differentiate when I was tagging between like moths and butterflies because moths have these little fuzzy antenna and the butterflies don't. But you know, if the page you want to color only has moths and you want to color butterflies, go ahead. Again, we're not that picky, so I think everything is open to interpretation. We just want you to color in, just, you know, maybe color in a page that you wouldn't normally color. That's the whole point of it. So we have fairies here. This is such a gorgeous page. I love Alessandra Fusi. I know her older books are very detailed. I mean, all of her stuff is detailed, but the Wanderlust and this one, the Dreamweaver, I think are more detailed. She does kind of tone it down as she goes along, but I love it. It's so beautiful. And then this one has roses. A very lovely page. And here we have, I think I tagged it as fairy wings because this little stoat has butterfly wings. And then the snake here also has fairy wings. Also would count for Jenna's snake birthday hashtag. And then we have, this one has fairy wings on the, oh, what are they? My mind has just gone blank. Are they like sugar gliders? I don't know. I can't think of it. But yeah, they've got little fairy wings there. And then we've got butterflies on this one, and it's like a leopard of sorts. And fairy wings here I put because we have kind of wings on these narwhal penguins. And I mean, there's kind of wings coming out here, and I don't know if they're coming out from the sides of the polar bear or not. This one, again, with the bear would count for Jamie's Wild Year of Color hashtag. So that's Dreamweaver by Alessandra Fusi. And we have Shangri-La, also by Alessandra Fusi. And we have this one with the butterflies. And we have, this one has, I called them roses. I think they're roses. The leaves look rose-like. It looks rose-like to me. Sometimes it's really obvious when it's a rose, but you know, like a wild rose doesn't really look much like a rose at all. And I had a rose bush where I used to live that I didn't trim it back. We just let it, like, it just put out so many roses, but because it was so much for the quantity, that the roses weren't full and bushy. They looked more like wild roses. They only had like 8 petals or 10 petals each, kind of thing. I mean, maybe 12, I don't know. But they didn't have a lot of petals because they were just so abundant, right? If you prune your rose bush, that's when you get the really big bushy ones. But if you just kind of let it go and produce hundreds of roses, you get hundreds of colorful roses, but they aren't as petally. My point in all of that is that roses vary. They're not just the typical what we picture roses. Anyway, we have this butterfly page as well. And that is it for Shangri-La by Alessandra Fusi. And now we're back to Weronika Kalinska, and we have Crystal Kingdom. Lots of fairies in this one. So we have this fairy type being here, like a little insect type fairy. This one here, I love this. This is so gorgeous. I was thinking I would love to try to color this, but I do have a lot of plans for February, so I don't think I'll be able to get to it. But if the time appears, or if I'm doing good for my if I'm doing good for my projects, then I would try to do it. So this one I tagged for fairy because all of these ladies in the circle, or most of them, where you can see their heads, have pointy ears, so I would say that they're fae. We also do have the snake that would count for Kitten's birthday hashtag. And these moths are moths, but you could call them butterflies if you want. But, oh, there's a butterfly there anyway. So, multiple things it counts for. And we have this one. I called it fae. Yeah, okay, so we've got like fairy wings. It's kind of like a Pegasus, but I don't know, I call it fairy wings. And then we have this one. These horns I figured was kind of fae, a fae adjacent, not straight human, that's for sure. Also kind of gives me Maleficent vibes. And then this one, we have the butterfly here, a few other little bugs. I like that they're like little gem bugs. That'd be fun. Fun playing with the gems, but I feel like all of this crystal would be a lot of work, but it would be a really fun and beautiful page. So that is that for Crystal Kingdom. And then I have Rainbow Realms, also Weronika Kalinska. And we have butterflies on this one, a few butterflies. Am I in frame? I'm mostly in frame. Again, butterflies here, maybe just the one butterfly? No, a couple butterflies. And more butterflies here with the pitcher plants. And this fae, I absolutely love her as well. And butterflies here on the last page. And that is it for Rainbow Realms. So that's it for my mythographics. I'm going to show you actually my mythogorias and where you can find the tags in that, in the few mythogorias that I have. I don't have very many, but I think I have 4 of them. So if you're not interested in seeing that, then I would turn off the video now. But if you're interested, I will just show you where you can find the prompts in the mythogorias as well, because the mythogorias do count towards the Mythographic Scavenger Hunt as well. So in Frozen Nightmares by Fabiana Attanasio, there is the roses on this page here, and I am going to try to do this page with the Fiction Kitten. And then we've got the butterflies on this one. They're both gorgeous pages, but oops, a sneak peek at a finished page. I feel like this one would be easy to kind of get done fairly quickly, so we're gonna try to do that page. And then we have Darkest Desires by Fabiana Attanasio, and this page I only have tagged because I wanted to do, also reminds me of Maleficent, but I don't think there's any of the tags in that. But we've got roses here. Actually, just lots of roses in this book. This one with the stained glass has roses. Creepy Doll has roses. Ghost Bride has roses. Absolutely gorgeous. Bouquet of roses here at the grave. And roses with the snake, which again would count for Kitten's birthday hashtag. And then roses here with the skull and the moth. So lots of roses in that one. And in Night Terrors, again with the roses. And again with the roses. So that is actually, yeah, my other one is Nightmare Cabaret, and there's nothing that I tagged in that one. So this book I actually missed when I was going through flagging pages for the scavenger hunt prompts, because it was in my stack of books I was hoping to get to for January. Not going to happen. But we have Vengeful Forest by Shelley Carroll. I know this is a favorite of some people, of the Mythogorias, so I wanted to add it in to show you what qualifies for the scavenger hunt prompts for February. So we have the butterflies on this page here, and we have these creepy butterflies on this page here with their little skulls on their backs, and we have these super awesome little dark fairies. I really love this page. I think it's really cool. The eyes looking through, and the fairies are just really like kind of dark and creepy, and yeah, I love it. This one's like messing with a bird. So yeah, that's Vengeful Forest, Shelley Carroll. Like I said, I just wanted to pop it in. I forgot about it, so I'm gonna squeeze it in the edit. That is everything that I have for, just gonna put this back here. Yeah, that's everything that I have for the Mythographic Scavenger Hunt 2025 February prompts. And I look forward to seeing your guys' pages. Rachel and I really enjoy seeing what you guys color. Everybody just is so creative, and I love seeing it. I love the participation in the hashtag. So yeah, I look forward to seeing everybody's pages, and thank you so much for watching and sharing your time with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. And be kind to yourselves out there. Bye-bye.